Okay, so the glamour of motorsport. We had a little bit of contact up at Druid's. Car just turned across the front of us, put us in the wall, which meant there's quite a substantial amount of damage, which wasn't ideal first thing on the Friday open pit lane test, so we missed all of the day testing, and it's still in 1,000 pieces. So at the minute I'm just assembling this upright, and then going to have to tidy it up and await some gearbox internals and drives as well to punch its way through the intermediate shaft, which is then put into the diff. So not a good day.
How are you feeling about this weekend?
Well, we'll see. It was a pretty ropey test day, so we'll see that it's all reliable. If it's reliable, there's been no internal damage, particularly to the gearbox, then we'll know more. So let's see.
Who's out first? Is it you or Chris?
It'll be me out first. Make sure it's okay. I've got to bed in tyres and brakes, and then we'll start trying to do a time. So that's the mission. Just have to see. Number one thing is it all working okay? I think it will be. It's just whether there's been any residual damage into the gearbox we have to worry about. So we'll get it sent. Hey, Chris.
Hi guys. What happened yesterday, Chris?
I'm going to go get changed.
We were out with a group of much slower cars, and I was going up the hill well behind this guy, and anybody looking in the mirrors could see there's a faster car coming. He stayed over to the right, so I had plenty of room to go up the inside, and I went through the inside, but as I went past, he was looking elsewhere, and then as I went past, he just drifted across without seeing me, hit my back end, turned me into the wall at 110 mile an hour. So yeah, I was not happy. That sort of driving is dangerous and it should be banned. There's no room for that when you're not watching behind as much as you are in front, especially when the cars are approaching 30-40 mile an hour faster. So no, he was dangerous. But the guys worked all night, cars repaired as best as we can think. We'll go out now and see if she's structurally okay. If she's okay, I think we'll do reasonably okay. But we got a 30-second success penalty from winning at Anglesey. So it's a shorter race today, so we're on a slight disadvantage, but we will try and do our best. And then on to Snetterton, and that's where I hope we'll pick up the points we lose on this particular race. But the car, I think, is going to be good, and in my 21 years of racing, this is the best team that we've been with, so I want to thank Dave and the boys, because they worked their socks off all night last night to fix the car. I thought the car was totaled yesterday. I thought that's it, it's just scrap heap, put it in the bin. But you know, nearly 24 hours later and it's here ready to go out to qualify. I just hope now I'm up to the same quality of performance as they've put into the car.
Do you know when you think something you've got to, and you drive and you think, oh, it sounds clunky and rattly compared to normal. Is it normally like that? That's what it's like driving over.
You're just hypersensitive.
Yeah, everything will be in your head.
And high alert.
Remember, it's new brakes all round.
Yes,
we did that.
I'm just doing everything up real gentle. Do once past, then in. Yeah. Unless you say something, you're gonna have to just go.
Yeah.
Back over through.
Really good times, yeah. He's the car's fine, so it's just lack of testing mileage in it. So which is why we're not. I think we're P4. So, but Chris's times are really good and consistent. He's doing 48s, which is where he needs to be. So that's absolutely brilliant. We're in 4th, so it's good. It's a good starting place. This is a 2 hour, well, an hour and 100-minute race, so we don't need to be on pole. So let's rock it.
And then up into the hairpin. Last night I overcooked it twice. I went in too fast, went a bit squirrely. And then as I got to the braking point, it was a bit too late. And it was. But
So what's the lesson for the race?
don't push it.
Brake a bit early.
Brake a bit earlier. Brake a bit earlier. Yeah.
That's it, mate. Back to the garage.
But other than that, I thought I was doing okay.
You happy with that, Chris?
Yeah, reasonably so. I mean, the guys did a miracle getting the car ready after such a big wipeout. 24 hours later, the car is fit to race. It's just a case there's a few twitches, like the brakes aren't quite as good, handling's not quite as sharp. But I think for an endurance race, I think it should be good enough, and I hope that we'll be doing okay. So yeah, she's a lovely girl.
Cheers.
And if we continue with kept out of the barriers, enjoy the battle.
Are you happy with how the Cooper is? Hopefully. I'm about to change the radiator. An aftermarket radiator makes the engine run 30 degrees hotter. So we've got a genuine one on now. It should be okay. It felt good after the rebuild and qualifying. So we'll see what happens now. It's all down to the race. How you feeling?
Tired. I really want to go to sleep.
Feeling for the race, Chris?
Yeah, good. It's just we've got this 30-second success penalty to carry, so that puts us behind the front 3-4 cars. But as long as we can finish 5th and above, that's about as good as we can do today. And hopefully then we won't have a penalty to take to Snetterton, and then we'll have an unbridled free crack at going for Snetterton win.
They'll turn out the lights, which he does, or she does now, and the race gets underway. And the Porsche is on the grass at the start of the race of Paul Simerson and Richard Stanton, so that's all a bit strange, but it's still pointing in generally the right direction as they head off through Oulton corner for the first time in this race. Were overlapping going down towards Old Hall corner, so there was some defensive work necessary from the Golf. Actively, that's back out in the race but out of position and a couple of laps down. Here are the two leaders though. It's Scott Parkin, number 100, and the winner of the last round, Simon Mason, who's shown with Chris Bowen, Simon at the wheel at the moment. He is really pushing Scott Parkin very hard here in second place, and there's a little gap back to Paul Simerson third. Fascinating to see this scrap unfold as with Scott Parkin in an unfamiliar car to him. It's complete the lap. It is still just about Scott Parkin that's leading the way over the timing line. That time down towards Old Hall corner. Is Simon Mason going to have a look down the inside? Yes, he is, and he's gone through to take the lead of the race at the start of lap number 12. Simon Mason gets ahead of Scott Parkin.
And then the last of the late breakers, Simon Mason down the inside. And to be fair to Scott Parkin, well, or maybe not to be fair to him, there wasn't much of a defence, I have to say. Sayat Cooper goes through. Let's just see what sort of speed the Golf can offer in response then, because the 23 has, to a certain degree, checked out now, out of Britain's. Where is the VW Golf, number 100? It is still there, but a significant amount of ground lost.
So Piranha Motorsport now lead. That is the team that runs car 23 there. Area Motorsport now down to second position. Here's the fight for third position that we were alluding to a moment ago. It's still Richard Stanton in the Porsche at the moment, Chris Byallen in the Cupra chasing after them. A lot of work needed to get that car prepared for today's racing after an incident in testing yesterday. Smallest cog car coming through. Yeah, just behind that we can see the Chris Byallen car, but who's going to be...
So, crash and testing, full day and most of the evening rebuilding it. We had to go into qualifying blind. It's performed, it's done really well. Fortunately, we were leading the race and developed a fuel issue. It started to get a fuel surge of 54 litres. We had to box, put fuel in the car and do a driver change. We carried on, and luckily we had a few safety cars throughout the race, so that managed to save a bit of the fuel. We brought it home in P4, so with no testing, from being a rebuild to a crash, it's been really well. It's done well.
Yeah.
You're too tall.
Too tall?
Yeah, too quick, too tall. You need to shrink a bit.
I'm not quick, I'm old.
I'm just pleased I'm not as old as you.
Yeah, you're the one collecting the pension, not me. Yes, so this weekend, whole day lost yesterday, which is what it is, and that hurt us in qualifying.
Yeah.
And then, but we were okay with it because we were fourth on the grid, weren't we? So that's okay. As long as
and you did well to take the lead.
Yeah, it was a very aggressive race. That's probably one of the most aggressive races I've encountered in quite a while. So
well, it was dirty driving from Scott.
It was a bit aggressive, yeah, but overly aggressive for the sort of racing that we're doing. Anyway, so I won't go into all of that. But it was nice to. I just in the end, I just thought I've had enough of this. The way you're driving, so I sent it down his inside.
I know, it was lovely. I loved that.
It was quite a nice move. Yeah.
That was sexy.
I'd had a couple of little looks earlier, but they weren't proper moves. We just sort of see how he behaved, and then after that one, after he literally nearly put me in the wall at the top,
I saw it.
He put me on the grass, and I thought, do you know what, you've got no respect. So you're just gonna have to. So that's what happened. So and then unfortunately we got fuel surge.
Do you think that was to do with the downward, or was that a fuel surge from before?
Yeah, he hit me on in the rear going into Cascade, so he just piled into me in a straight line under braking going
Scott
into Cascade.
did?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's what's done that. So, and I think that dislodged the fuel pump, the pickup pump, and so as the fuel load is getting lower, because it was only about volume, when we got a full tank it's fine, once it gets to about 60 litres we start getting this surge issue, so I started losing straight line speed, so that meant we had to box early, and that's when you were out, and then it started to happen to you, which is stopped you being able to catch and pass well, allowed you to catch, but not pass the Porsche. If we hadn't had the problem, you'd have passed the Porsche, I'm confident.
On to Snet.
But Snet, no penalties, no.
Well, that's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to that.
Why am I standing like a teapot?
Give me hugs. I won't do any kissing.
Yeah, okay. Well, I will do it.
I lied.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Simon.
Thanks, Mr.
All right, thanks, Sam.